Hey everybody, my workshop is coming together. Some of you may have, some of the observant ones may have noticed some sales counters were out in the yard in front of the tiny house on wheels. And I chopped them down. This was, I don't even know how high it was, but I chopped it down to make a full-length workbench in the woodshop camper. And over here, I've got it hidden by a board right now, but over here is another full-length workbench now. The whole length of the place. Now it's a mess because I'm working in here and I've got all my tools up. But before I started working on this bench on this side, over here I had my chop saw, scroll saw, and drill press. And my old Bedini motor, by the way. Most of you won't remember that or recognize it. There's my old big Bedini. I don't know where the other coil is, but there's two coils, two double coils on there, and the electronics is on the back side. It needs some love and care and some refreshing work, but that's an old Bedini motor. That was my attempt at a big boy to power the house, but then I learned how expensive the components were to really make it happen, and that never got finished. One day it will. So I have this massive workbench now. It's 8 foot long. One solid workbench. And I took, the one counter was the right size. And then what I did is I brought it right in here. I had to chop off 6 inches of it because it was just too long. Because I have a folding workbench over there, and I figured, you know, might as well keep what's there, and then the countertop fit on top of both neatly. So that's an 8 foot workspace over there. And then on this side I've got my radial arm saw, and in the back corner is another folding workbench with a table on it. For now that's a router table. I don't know if it works or not. I got that long ago and never tried it. The guy didn't know if it worked. I think there was a switch wrong or something with it. Anyway, I got my metal lathe. I got that a couple years ago and never had a chance to use it because I didn't have a place for it. I'm hoping I can do woodworking on that as well. I think I should be able to. If you just get the right chuck for it, I should be able to do woodworking on that lathe. And I just need a motor for it. I do have the motor that originally powered that, by the way. But anyway, so I'm going to be finishing this worktop, or this workbench here. That was, I don't know, it was pretty tall. And I cut it down to size and brought it in here. And now, as you can see, I just got to put some reinforcing boards and put another leg and a couple more cross pieces along the top. Those are toe-nailed in. And I'm just going to put a couple more across the top for strength. And then get some plywood in here, and I'll have a really good workbench in here. Right now, I've got my Mr. Heater Buddy in here. This is the one from the greenhouse that I'm using for now. And hopefully, we'll warm it up in here a little, but I can still see my breath. The greenhouse is 37 degrees without heat at this time, although we have freezing rain right now. And it's just under the freezing temperature, so it is right on the border. So anyway, I'm going to get a little bit of work done in here and get my workshop put together. By the way, I just had a board sitting on there to see how it would look. I actually took the workbench and cut off the one leg. I had to shorten this. This was a longer countertop. I had to shorten the length of it and the height of it. I took off 11 inches. So it was 41 inch height. Now it's 30 inches. So I took off 11 inches, I remember now. And I had to cut the leg to fit the wheel well in here. And it wraps around the wheel well. And then I'm going to add another full length leg here, which I saved from, oh yeah, I'm going to have to shorten it. Yeah, okay. So I saved the leg, but I have to shorten it to fit in here. And then put in my reinforcing braces in here, and then I can put on a piece of plywood for a worktop. And I'll have a really good counter in here, workbench. Well, I got that secured and strong. I got that piece of plywood out of my way. That was from over here. And right now I'm cleaning up my workbench and setting up my tools, and I'm going to do some woodworking. Down under here I'll have storage for long pieces of wood. I thought about cutting holes in the front panel to make excess space, but I think that's perfect for storing wood. Scraps of wood, keeps it flat, keeps it out of the way, and I can keep wood stock down there. Perfect. So now all I got to do is find a counter and a countertop. Right now we have freezing rain outside, so that's probably out of the question at this moment because well, unless I cut that piece, but that's a really nice, neat, clean piece that I had thought about for something else. Anyway though, for now I have a little piece of board that I can put on there for working with my sanding, my belt sander as needed, so we'll get through today. So I'm just going to clean up this side over here and have myself a decent wood shop today. My only problem is that one is in the way right there, so I'll figure it out. Well, it's getting late. Time to call it a night. I've got some boards. I've got some inside already. I've got some long pieces of wood I'm going to take in to dry. I've been saying cure, but they're cured. Somebody corrected me on that. I have to take them in to dry, and then they're going to do their warping and whatever they want to do, and then I run them through the planer. Works smart. So, meanwhile, I've been working here. I've got a bunch of blanks I'm going to take in to dry and warp and whatever before I prepare them. I've got a bunch over here that are warped, sadly, pretty bad, so that's going to take a lot of sanding to get them in order. Don't know another way. They're too thin to really run them through a table saw or anything like that. So it's too bad I can't replane them, but the planer won't take such small pieces. I've got a whole bag full of blanks you guys might remember from Michigan, but a lot of them warped on me while they were drying. So that's a problem. So I sort out what I can use, and then I take them in to dry, and then I bring them out after a few days and process them. Anyway, we got quite a shop here. Nice wood shop going on here now. I'm going to call it a night. And still got some cleaning to do, as you can see. It's still a little bit chaotic. Get a workbench, tabletop on this workbench, but I pulled out all my tools today, and I was checking out and taking stock of what I've got. And we're getting there. It's going to be a decent wood shop soon. Alright guys, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Good night.